It's actually time for Cherylyn Bands.
Hi Chuckies, Cherylyn Bands here. I'm back with a brand new stories time. A lot of you didn't like my Mortal Kombat cover, and that's just too fucking bad. So I've got a stories time for you today. I know you prefer those and you have no interest in me exploring the type of artist what I believe I am. Someone what, sure, is a storyteller, but guess what? I also sing as well. I'm a singer. I do actressing. I invent stuff. So I should be able to do whatever I want on my YouTube site. So for those of you that love stories times and only stories times, I'm happy for you, because today I'm doing a stories time for you. But I'm deeply sorry for doing whatever possesses me to express myself in whatever medium or output would I want. Okay? Forget it. I won't do it no more. It's all just going to be stories time, stories time, stories time. Anyway, so I do have a story for you. A couple of weeks ago, I was down at the RSL. I was all dolled up. It was Jackie's birthday brunch. I just humoured the whole thing. It wasn't really a brunch. It was more of a lunch. But you know what gronks are like, so I was like, sure, I'll come to your brunch. So anyway, I got to the RSL and I went to the bar and got a Malibu and Coke, and then I went up to Jackie, birthday girl, and I gave her a present. It was this beautiful, gorgeous candle from the Dollar Diamond. It smelled just like glass house candles, except it wasn't as strong, because I think glass house candles are just way too strong, and that's why I wanted to get something a little bit weaker. You know, so I give her this candle and I say, happy birthday, Jackie, and she says, thanks. You know, if someone gives me a present, I say, thank you, okay? None of this lazy thanks business. But anyway, I did the right thing and got her a present, and so I went to the table to sit down with the girls, and as I was sitting down, Brenda says, oh, you could have wrapped it. I said, sorry? She goes, you give someone a present, you usually wrap it or put it in a bag. Because I just gave her the candle, and I just looked at her, I said, fuck up, Brenda. You know, and just like that, I become the black sheep of the bunch. So I sit down at the table and I've got Kathy at one side and I've got Bev on the other side, and both of them just giving me the cold shoulder, you know, and I try and talk to them like, Bev, how are the grandkids? Kathy, how was the funeral? Because her husband had just dropped dead a few weeks before. But they were just giving me nothing, and automatically I'm just looking at the table, looking at what happened. Obviously Brenda's up here and Cherylyn's down here, and how dare awful little nasty Cherylyn put Brenda in a place when she's trying to bully little Cherylyn. But whatever, I thought fuck it. So I polished off my third Malibu and Coke. I threw my knife and fork down on my plate and I just fucking walked out of there. I gave her the present, I came to the fucking thing, that was enough, I'm out of there. But of course that wasn't the end of the drama, so I started to head home. I got the bus, got off at Bradbury Shops, got a few things, and then walked home. And when I got to my street, do you know what I saw? Shakira. My granddaughter, Shakira. Running up the street, chasing after Desiree with a bloody kitchen knife, you know, and I just screamed out, oi! Oi! And they both froze like, oh, this fucking dog. Shut the fucking dog up! Fuck's sake. Anyway, you know, so I yelled out, oi! And they turned around and looked at me like possums with a bloody flashlight on them. And I looked at Shakira and I just said, give Nanny back the knife. Give Nanny the knife. She runs up to me and she gives me the knife. She gives me a big cuddle, and I said, you're all wet, darling. What happened to you? And she goes, that retard did it. You know, talking about Desiree. I said, Shakira, hold your horses, darling. We do not use words like that. Don't call your mother that. You do not use that word. You actually meant to say disabled. Anyway, I said, go inside, get changed out of your wet clothes, and I'll be with you soon. So she went inside and I said to Desiree, I said, what the fuck is going on? I said, I go away for a couple of hours and I come back and you bastards are turning the street into the purge. And I said, why's Shakira all wet for? And she goes, because I wet her. I said, well, why'd you wet her for? And she said, oh, because I told her to clean the lounge room up and she wasn't doing nothing. She was being a little bitch. I said, Desiree, she's visiting. She's not your little cleaner. And I said, and you wet her because of that? And she goes, no, she was just sitting on her ass and I was taking everything out into the bins. And apparently when she was outside, Shakira locked her outside. And she goes, so I went around the window around the side because that was still open. And I was telling her, open the door, let me in, let me in. And she was just laughing at me. So Desiree got the fucking hose with the gun nozzle thing and she blasted her through it. And that's why Shakira come outside and was chasing her with the knife. And I actually reminded her, I said, are you forgetting one of the main conditions of these visits is that I am meant to be supervising? I said to her, I said, what if Docs fucking shows up? I'm nowhere to be seen and here are you two bastards pulling knives on each other. And she goes, oh, I didn't use a knife. I said to her, I said, I could get in a lot of fucking shit. You know, and I said to her, I said, Desiree, get out of my sight. I don't want to see you. So I went inside and I gave Shakira a big cuddle and I just said to her, don't worry about her. Don't worry about it. I said to her, I said, Nanny's here now. Yeah, but that day I just fucking had it. It was just drama after drama after drama. So I called my friend up, Logan, he's a gay guy, so I could get like a little bit of sympathy sort of thing. I called him up and I said, is it alright if I come over, hang out with you for a few hours? And he goes, oh, I'd love to have you here, Cherylyn, but me and some of the boys are going up the coast, they're going to foster, you know. And I said to him, I said, I haven't been to foster in a long time. I love foster. I'd love to go to foster again. Yeah, I'd love to just go up and just hang out you know, I'd love to just go up and hang out by the beach and yeah, I haven't been in a long time. I'd love to go. And then I heard another bloke in the background, American boy, he's like, tell her to come with us. And Logan said, oh, the car's full. There's no room. And I heard Damien, the American boy, he said, oh no, there's only 4 of us. There's one more seat. There was like a pause on the phone and they were whispering or something. And I said, hello? He goes, yeah. And I said, can I come as well? You know, I've been having a rough few days. And I'd love to come up to Foster and spend time with you boys. So yeah, they agreed, and I said, all right, give me an hour or so and I'll pack my stuff. So I got an Uber over to Logan's and they were already out the front, like packing stuff into the car. I said, I'm busting. Chuck this in the car, I'm going to quickly run upstairs and wet my whiskers and then we can go. So I took a piss, come back downstairs, and the other 2 boys, Adam and Simon, they were there as well, and they were packing their stuff in the car, and we all made our way up to Foster. So we drove up there. It was a long drive. I played the boys my new greatest hits box. Yeah, and they loved it. So we actually played it a couple of times, the whole thing. Yeah, they loved it. I was singing it to them as well. Yeah, but we got up there. It was absolutely beautiful, and I saw Troy Cassadaly's house, one of his houses, Troy Cassadaly, and also Daniel McPherson as well. Daniel McPherson's house. I saw his house. But yeah, there was kangaroos. Saw lots of gorgeous kangaroos in the street. One of them even looked at me in the eyes. Reminded me of Zelda. Because a lot of people know I'm quite spiritual, I have a theory that all the kangaroos are connected. So if you get along with one and you get along with another, they're actually connected. You know, so I just looked at this kangaroo and it was a little boy, but I said, hi Zelda. Yeah. Remember the connection that I had with the kangaroo? Zelda? But anyway, we went back to this little Airbnb little beach house rental and we had pizza. And it was beautiful. I love the pizza. So the next day, the boys were going to go to the nude beach. And I said, can I come? And they're like, oh, and Adam said, oh, maybe we can go to the beach with you another time. I said, oh, I'm not doing anything. I can go to the beach with you. So we got our towels and we drove to this spot called Booti Booti. And so we got there, you know, we walked down the path and we got to this Booti Booti beach. So one side was the normal beach and the other side was the nudist beach. I said, well, come on, let's go. And the fucking gay guys, they were too scared to go to the nudist beach. So we just went to the normal beach. We put our towels down. We had like an esky with like beers and sandwiches and whatnot. We sat down on the towels and the boys put sun cream on me and we were just like, you know, enjoying ourselves. And then it started to get a bit windy and the sand was blowing on us and everything and sticking to the sun cream and whatnot. And Damien, the American, he was like, oh, I don't like this. This is way too windy. Behind the beach, there was like a little sand dune and then there was like a bushy area behind it. I said, why don't we go up, sit up there where it's, you know, a bit more cover and the wind's not going to get us. So we walked up, got to the bushy area and we saw there was like these sandy sort of trails all through. So we walk through these trails and we get through a bit more and then I see there's this like little sandy area. Like all trees around and you can still see the ocean and whatnot, and I thought, this is nice. Why don't we sit up here? And the boys like that, you know. So we're having a few drinks and then Adam puts on a Bluetooth speaker connected up to my phone and I was able to play them some of my unreleased music. So we were just having a dance and a drink to that, eating our sandwiches. Suddenly this old bastard comes over and he's wearing his little black cozies. He says, hello, you know, and the boy said hello, and then the guy walked off. He walked further down through the trails, and then Damien, the American one, he said he had to do a wee, so he walked back the way we came so he could go to the toilet what we passed on the way in. And then Logan, he's like, oh my god, look at this branch, because there was a tree where the branch was sort of like gone like that and sort of hit the floor, and so he was sitting in it and he said, it looks like a sling. And I said, what's a fucking sling? And they all started laughing. I said, why, what's a sling? And so Simon was telling me it's like the gay guys have like these places where they can go where there's like not rides, but there's like a swing. They call it a sling. The gay guy sits in it and then all these different people come and pound them. You know, so they were pretending like this tree was a sling and all the boys were just pissing themselves. They loved it. So I turned my head and I looked through the bushes and I could see there was this other old guy, different one than before. He was just watching the boys. He was watching them. It reminded me of in Jurassic Park where the raptors watching the man. So I said, clever girl. And the guy noticed me and then he walked off. What a fucking pervert. So Damien comes back and he looked flustered. I said, what's wrong? He said, when I was walking in, I saw there was a man with a big hard-on. I said, what's a hard-on? The boys start laughing and Simon said, that's what Americans call stiffy. Like a erection. I said, what? I mean, just there. He said, yeah, he was completely naked and he had a hard on. I thought, you're joking, aren't you? So while this is all going on, this other old guy comes up. He's got a moustache. He walks up and he puts his hand on Simon's bum. I couldn't believe it. I said, Simon, you all right, mate? He's like nervous. He's like, yeah. Come here, mate. And so he come over. So now Adam is in the sling and taking photos of each other, and then up walks the man, the first man with the black cozies, and he's completely naked now. He's completely naked. He said, hi boys, you putting on a show for daddy? And I just thought, charming. Absolutely charming. And then the filthy bastard, he said, which one of you boys is going to suck daddy's, you know, cock? Which one of you boys is going to suck daddy's cock? And I said, excuse me, that's enough, thank you. He goes, sorry? I said, put your clothes on, you don't belong here. The nude beach is that way. He says, darling, I don't think you belong here. I said, mate, we're just here having lunch. He goes, yeah, well, you're probably sitting in about 50 different loads right now. And I just said to him, I said, you filthy fucking bastard. And then he goes, oh, I've been coming here for years. You piss off, you crusty slag. Call me a fucking slag. And I just looked at Logan. He goes, don't fucking talk to her like that. He goes, oh, what are you going to do? And then Logan started to walk up to him, and this old bastard, he started like walking away, and Logan just pushed him as hard as he can. This old bastard goes arse over tit, his face like face plants the sand, he gets a mouthful of sand. And the boys just fucking stood over him and he said, don't fucking talk to her like that and this and that. And then over comes the other old bastards, and they're helping up this one off the ground. I said, don't worry about it, let's just get out of here. So we packed up the esky and the towels and whatnot, and we just left. And so as we were walking out, one of the old guys, the one with the moustache, he had his camera phone up, and he was filming us walking away. The Damien went back, and he walked up to him, and I didn't say what he said, but he actually punched this bastard in the face. He quickly ran back to us, and the old guys didn't follow us. He said, come on, let's get out of here. Yeah, we just left. And I said, what the fuck was all that? And Simon's like, well, it was a beat. I said, what's a beat? He goes, oh, it's where the gay guys meet up to suck each other off and have sex and all of that. And I said to Simon, I said, and that's why that guy touched you on the bum, did he? He goes, he didn't just touch me on the bum, his finger went inside. I thought, you're joking. Secret society, these gay guys, I tell you. Anyway, so we went back to the Airbnb and we had pizza for tea again. So we went for a walk again, and I said, hi Zelda. We come back, we had a few drinks, I had a little glass of juice, and then lights out. I don't know what happened. I woke up, I was absolutely hungover, and all the boys were gone, and none of them were answering their phones. They had the car, so I was trapped. And so they come back, I said, where were you boys? And they needed to get their fucking story straight, because a lot of them said in town, but Simon said down the beach. I said, well, were you in town or are you at the beach? And they're like, oh, both. We went to both. I said, and you didn't think to ask me? And they said, you're asleep. And I said, maybe I wanted to go to the beach. And they go, maybe we just wanted to go by ourselves. And I said, and you went to the nudist part then? And there was a long pause, and Damien starts smirking. I thought, why wouldn't you go with me? And they said, we're gay guys. We like to hang out with each other. I said, there was ladies there yesterday. What? Why don't you go naked with me? It's normal. But anyway, I wasn't going to fight him about it. I'm like, so you gay guys did go to the beach? And then Damien starts smirking again. I said, forget about it. So I was a little bit upset, so I called up Terry and I said, come and get me, I'm not feeling well. I think I've got a coronavirus. So Terry drove up 4 or 5 hours and he came and got me and we drove back. So, yeah, but most of it was nice. It was a good time. So I hope you enjoyed the story time. Make sure you add me on my Instagram site at Cherylyn Barnes. Also add me on my X site at Cherylyn Barnes. Hashtag Booti Booti Booti. Make sure you click subscribe so you'll be able to see all the YouTubes that I do in the future days. Let's leave it at that. Pussy kiss. And ciao for now, my chookies.
And when I go home at night and lay my head down, all I seem to think about was you.